Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first episode of the Cosmic Wave Podcast. The best place for talking movies, shows, gaming, life stories, and more. For your entertainment. I'm Echo, and this is my good friend Jet.
That is me. Hello, I'm Jet. I'm so glad you didn't I thought you wanted me to go, and I'm Jet, after you left a pause there again.
For like 2 seconds, I was like, hang on, no.
Right. Yeah.
You can tell.
We should have talked about that too. No, that was perfect. I think that was
okay,
great.
beautiful.
A great way for the intro. I think it's perfect. It's very natural. And I think even the intro leading into right now, us just talking, we want to keep this as natural as we can. And it's just us, it's a chill time for us, for people listening to this podcast. It's fun. It's going to be entertaining. Yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be friendly. We want to build a friendly environment for everybody. So I think this was perfect way to start off. We're being real. We're being really real.
We're very real here. We are very real.
Right.
This is
not
as
always
real
good.
as they come.
Exactly. So I'm going to take the reins for a second here, now that Echo's done the intro. Hello, everybody. This is the very first episode of the Cosmic Wave Podcast. We're going to be co-hosting this podcast. It's me, Jet, and Echo. Echo, hello.
Hello.
Echo, how are you doing today?
I am pretty damn good. And I'll tell you why I'm fantastic right now, why I feel fantastic, and that's because we're finally doing the podcast. That's right,
yes,
folks.
Yes, I like how you put finally doing the podcast, because this is something we talked about doing for so long, yeah. And we've never started it. Now we finally are, and that's awesome. And because I think it's become more of a joke in our group that we say, "Oh, we'll save it for the podcast," and everyone's like, "Oh, you guys aren't gonna do it."
No one takes it seriously. It's bullshit.
No one's taking it. Yeah, exactly. We don't get taken seriously, and now look at us. We're the first one in our group starting a podcast. This podcast is gonna be great. Everyone's gonna be listening to it while they're at work, while they're at the gym, while they're going for a leisurely walk in the park, while they're scrubbing their toilets, while they're cooking food.
Or they're getting robbed.
Or they're getting robbed, Maybe you have the podcast in, you got your AirPods in, you're listening to the podcast, and someone comes up to you like, "Hey, give me your money." And then they're like, "Oh, hey, what podcast are you listening to? I love podcasts." And then you tell them, "Oh, I'm listening to the Cosmic Wave Podcast." It's really cool, really funny. These guys are hilarious and entertaining, and you should definitely go listen to them. And the mugger's just like, "Oh, thanks, I will. Oh, thanks for the money. Bye."
The Cosmic Wave Podcast might just save your life. That's the new title.
It might.
It might just save your life.
Now, Echo, do you want to explain why we came up with the title? I say we, but it was more you. I'll give you 90% of the credit for the title. Do you want to explain the title name or how we came to it?
Well, you see, I originally came up with a way better name, but it turns out somebody already stole that. The original name was going to be Deep Space, because it combines...
Deep Space, that's right, yeah.
Deep, like the ocean deep, and space because Jet's a spaceman. He doesn't look like one now, but trust me, he is. Outside of work, he is.
For context to that, in case you're only finding us via whatever listening platform you're on, and you don't actually see us. Or however way you find us, because this is going to be on YouTube. We plan for it to be on any traditional listening apps like Spotify, Apple, all the stuff you can listen to your podcast on. We plan to have it on everything, including YouTube. And but for context, in case you only found us through those means, me and Echo here are both small YouTubers / streamers, and some people are probably going to be coming to the podcast from that. And some people will probably just find us naturally just because they like podcasts. So Echo's theme is more like he's a shark. He's a shark. He's an ocean. Yes. He's very aquatic. That's kind of his thing. You can find Echo and you can kind of see what he's about on Twitter at EchoForceGaming1. I had to think about that for a second.
I will change that. I will change that. Remove the one.
Yeah, it has a 1 in there. Echo Force Gaming, not gaming. Gaming. Echo Force Gaming 1. It's a shark. Blue hair, you'll find him easily. He's very noticeable. And then there's me. You can find me on Twitter at jet_addict. And yeah, my theme's kind of like space. I have a pink purple theme kind of going on. And yeah,
purple.
so that's,
What purple? Are you going colorblind?
No, it's pink and purple. It's like that spectrum of color. It's that spectrum of color. So that's our themes. Mine's basically like space, and Echo's is like water, the ocean, that kind of stuff, shark. And so that's how it came. The cosmic, for me, and wave, waves of water.
There's ocean.
Like the ocean, exactly. Yeah. So that's how the name came up, came to fruition. And Echo came up with the name after Deep Space. He also came up with Deep Space, but that was some sci-fi podcast. And Echo was just like, I got it.
Do you know how it came up with that, actually?
How?
It's funny. It's a funny story. See, because I was at work. I was doing the things that you normally do at work, I sat down with
you saw cosmic brownies sitting on like a shelf, and you're like, cosmic. Oh, that's part of it. Cosmic.
Well, there's this guy at my work. He's like, imagine the most nerdiest kid ever. Like he was pretty nerdy, He's talking about anime, and I'm just sitting across there like, I haven't seen an anime, and I don't remember how or why, but I remember him saying, like, he said something about like, this is super cosmic, and I was like, oh, cosmic. And he was like, what? And I was like, cosmic. Like he was looking at me very confused. But I was like, cosmic, and then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, wave. For some reason, I thought of Treasure Planet, because you know how there's that kid that surfs on the surfboard in space.
I think so.
Okay, Jet hasn't seen Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet?
The Disney movie Treasure Planet.
No, yeah. No, I know what Treasure Planet is. But I don't know if I remember that.
It is like pirates.
It's been a long
space.
time.
Well, basically, that's how I come up with the name. This random guy works as Cosmic, and I was like, wave, kind of like that guy surfing space in that movie. Okay. So, boom.
Interesting.
Cosmic wave.
Okay. I just thought, somebody was standing next to a box of like cosmic brownies, because those things are delicious, and then somebody just was waving to somebody right next to it. It's like the perfect, like putting 2 and 2 together. It's like, oh, the cosmic brownies, no, the cosmic wave.
And that's what cool. You can say when you see your brownies. Give me the cosmic wave.
Yeah, that's cool, because like I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, that's cosmic." That sounds like that. I guess it's a very Australian thing.
Not really. I've never heard it either in my life.
Oh, okay. I've never heard it either.
I wasn't really listening to the man. He was just talking about anime, and he expected me to know the plot. I didn't know what was going on, but all I heard was the word cosmic, and I was like, "Whoa, that's a pretty funky word, right?"
It's funny because I remember I woke up that morning, and I woke up to your message, and you were like, the cosmic wave. And I was like, man, this guy's on top of it. How did he come up with that? But then it's also like, oh, wait, he's awake when I'm asleep, and then, vice versa. And, for everyone listening, Echo is from Australia, and I'm from America. The only place that actually exists in the world, and he's upside down.
What?
And so Echo's on a whole different time zone. I think he's 14 hours in the future. So he doesn't warn us about things that are gonna happen, because the Australian government is plotting against us. I don't know.
I just like to have surprises. Jet, if I told you everything that was gonna happen, like the thing that is gonna happen tomorrow, you'd be shitting your pants.
Hey. Nah, you better calm down right there. Nothing better happen tomorrow.
I mean, just you wait. When you go to that cupboard and you pull that cereal, oh, you're gonna realize something.
I haven't eaten cereal in so long. I almost had cereal today.
I had a 50% chance.
No, not even 50. I'd say like 1% chance of that being a thing that I would do, because I don't even have my cereal in the cupboard. It's just sitting on the fridge. I have one box of cereal, because I very seldom eat cereal, because I'm lactose intolerant. So I don't frequently get cereal. I'll get cereal every now and then, because I'll have a little bit. If I don't have too much, it's fine. But I don't really have cereal. It's not a thing I frequent in the morning. I usually... For like breakfast, I would have like eggs and bacon, very, very basic.
Oh, see, that I like. If I had to pick cereal or like scrambled eggs and bacon, I'm getting that scrambled eggs and bacon.
Like yesterday, I made me I toasted some bagels. I had the bagels there. I put some Swiss cheese on the bottom bagel. And then I made my eggs. I put the eggs on top of the cheese, and then cut up some pieces of bacon, obviously fried them, and then put them on top of that, and then the top bagel bun. Boom, delicious.
Okay, you're just making me hungry now, and everyone listening and watching is like, oh my god, this guy is talking about food, making us hungry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And so
That's
a
true.
lot of people say, but it's actually scientifically not true. People just say that to market breakfast items. If you didn't know.
Is it scientifically proven, Jet? I'm pretty sure
No,
I think
no,
it is.
no.
I think it is.
I don't think it is. I think more of like just your first meal should be like obviously somewhere when you first wake up, but everyone's like, inner clock is different. So most breakfast things, or maybe what I'm thinking is actually breakfast items aren't actually breakfast like healthy for you, like people would think, because like a lot of cereals are very sugary and not healthy, like people try to promote. But then they put like sugar cereal with like a glass of orange juice in the back with an apple, and it's like, oh, look at that, that's so healthy. I want to buy this cereal, even though it's just like I don't know, some super sugar coated like flakes or something, and it's like that ain't healthy for you. But I don't think breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I don't usually have breakfast.
I don't have it either, but I believe that it actually is.
I think it's as long as you just have food, like in the first 2 hours when you wake up, I think that's the most important meal of the day. It doesn't matter what time of the day.
People wakes up at midnight. Time for my breakfast.
Some people work nights, and sleep during the day.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, that could be their breakfast. But I think it's just more of our ideals of breakfast foods or drinks or whatever is just very influenced by just like what people market to sell things more. That's what I think.
But Jet, I have a question for you right now, Jet.
I love questions.
Yeah,
I get asked questions every single day. I don't answer them all the time. But I'll answer your
Okay,
question.
thank you. You've been putting me on the spot there for a second. Well, Jet, the viewers are probably listening right now, and they're probably thinking to themselves, how did an Australian and an American ever converge and want to form a podcast? How do they meet? How do we come to be? Huh?
Yes, I agree. So you're looking for my answer to that?
I want to hear your one, and I'll give my one. Just to compare notes.
Oh, I like that, comparing notes, because I'm sure both of our perspectives are probably very, very different until we actually first joined a call together. So, like I mentioned earlier, me and Echo are YouTubers / streamers. I'll definitely say he's more of the YouTuber / streamer. I'm more of just the YouTuber, because I don't really stream too often. Every now and then, but mostly just focus on videos.
I haven't been streaming that long. Continue.
Yeah, but you just a little side note. But you're an affiliate on Twitch, so I mean I think
I am. How did that happen?
Because you stream a lot. You good streams, good quality. People like it. People go.
Thank you, Jet. Okay.
So you can find Echo also streaming on Twitch. She streams like 4 nights a week. I can't say what days because American days versus Australia days, the time zone, I'm gonna get it wrong, so I'm not even gonna say it. He streams 4 days a week. It's Twitch is at Echo Force Gaming, I think.
Yes. Just search Echo Force Gaming on any platform. Yep. You'll find me.
Exactly, just some shark boy basically. But anyways, so like I said, we're content creators, and so we first met by a mutual friend of ours who we might have on the podcast at some point. His name's Cam Atola. He's also a YouTuber.
Shout out to Cam.
Shout out to Cam. Look at that. He's the first friend we're mentioning on the stream podcast. It's
a podcast. Yeah, come on. Get with the program. All right. Come on.
See, we're both very new to podcasting. We're going to do that a couple times. But anyways, so he found this, I've known Cam for 5 years now, I think.
Wow.
That's how long we've been doing YouTube together. Yeah, no, right? And he one day is saying, like, he found this one YouTuber. Spoiler alert, it's Echo. And he was like, he seems really cool, blah, blah, blah. We should try recording with him sometime. And then I join that recording, and I jump in a call with Echo and a couple other friends at that time. And we just, as content creators do, we just make jokes and break the ice. And it was very easy. Echo is the type of personality that's very easy to get along with. I think if you are just somebody who makes funny videos on YouTube, it will be easy to get along with somebody else who does funny videos on YouTube. And we both make gaming content. I guess we didn't say that. Like I said, just depending on where you come from, if you know who we are a little bit, or if you are completely new to us, that's kind of what we do. Funny moment, gaming stuff. But yeah, that's how I was brought into Echo. I'm sure Echo's side is a little different because obviously it's like, yeah, because Cam told me he found somebody, and then because me and Cam already kind of had our little group, and you didn't have a group before you kind of came into us, because I think at the time it was me, Cam, our other friend Sturtrix. I don't remember if Blaze was part of it.
No,
Blaze is another friend.
He wasn't. Cool. Hi, Blaze.
No,
shout out to Blaze.
Shout out to everybody we mentioned, and I don't think we met Blaze yet. There's a lot of lore, everybody. Okay, we're not gonna get too into it. We're gonna have our friends on the podcast at some point, and we can kind of go over how we met them and what they're about and things like that. But yeah, that's how I got to know Echo, or how I first met him. Anyways, I think we were playing Gmod or something.
Yes. See, Jen, I remember the story so much more vividly than you. I remember the details. I remember the little knots in our friendship which formed, Jet. In the hearts of hell. I remember.
Oh, all right. Okay. I want to hear it.
This is how me and Jet originally met. So I'm just making videos. I made like my very first video was like a GTA 5 video on YouTube, and this little dog commented on my video. He was like, oh,
That's Cam. That's Cam.
Yeah, that's Cam. He's like, hey, you got really, really nice editing. Yeah, you wanna hang out or something? And I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And I DM'd Cam. We had a little discussion, and Cam was like, this is really good editing. If I had money, I'd pay for you. So I feel like Cam was like trying to just like hire me straight up. And to this day, he's still trying to hire me in some weird way. But so I met Cam first, and then through Cam, I met Jet. Now, originally, it's funny because I just pulled up the Twitter DMs of me and Jet's first discussions ever, and we'll read them out.
I didn't think you were gonna do that. Okay, I'm curious now, actually, because I remember. I want to ask though. I want to guess who it was who either reached out to one another first.
Go ahead.
I think it was you who DM'd me first.
You are correct.
Okay, cool.
It was indeed me. But no, I was like, hey Jet, what's up? Just checking out your channel. We got to have a game sometime. That's what I said. And then Jet then replied, definitely. I saw you were in Camatola's Discord server. We should set something up. And I was like, oh damn. I was like getting excited then, because I was like, I'm getting my foot in the door, because Cam was a little bit hesitant. He's like, this shark guy, he hasn't uploaded that much. He's all of a sudden
you didn't have the shark gimmick back then. Oh wait, you did have the shark gimmick.
I did then. I was more muscular.
Right. Yeah, I remember. No, the muscular Echo came after like the kind of like plain.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Yeah. That's not canon. All right. We don't talk about that one.
Canon. It's not canon. Fine. I still have the picture, but anyways, yeah, continue.
God damn it. But basically, I was like, hey, yeah, it's a bit different. I was asking for time zones and all that stuff, and then eventually, we determined on a day. And what we're gonna play, and it was Gmod Death Run. That's what we agreed to play. It was gonna be me, Cam, and Jet, just the three of us, and you can actually watch that recording up on YouTube. It's up there. I don't know what the name of it is, but look, it's appearing on the screen right now if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening, God help you. But yeah,
if you're listening, I want to kind of take that as a chance right now. Just put a pin in your sword really quick, because I want to plug that we plan on opening a Discord. That's what the plan is right now for the podcast, where we will post, obviously when we post new episodes, all of our socials, links and things like that. And just a place for, any fans of this podcast can kind of just go to, chat about it. And if we mention anything in a podcast episode like that, we just mentioned the that first video where we met, we're going to post that in like a subsection in that Discord. So that's kind of what the plan is right now. I don't think there should be any reason why that doesn't happen, but
yeah, if you're listening to this right now, it should be up, right?
It should be. It should definitely be up, because it's not hard to make a Discord. So it should already be up, and you can. I'm not gonna say like what the code or what the name is yet, because we don't have it official yet. Maybe the next episode we will have it all set, and we can say, hey, it is this 100% for sure. But right now we don't know 100%, so we're not going to say anything. But we do have a Twitter for the podcast. It is at Cosmic Wave Pod. I had to think about it. Yeah, Cosmic Wave Pod.
We couldn't use cast. We couldn't say Cosmic Wave Podcast because it was too long. God damn it,
too many
Twitter.
characters.
Like,
yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's going to be a thing that we're going to have to build community and things like that, and have viewer engagement. So just be on the lookout for that. We'll probably mention it on the next episode. And when we first release this podcast, we're going to try to release a couple episodes all at once, so you can listen to through more of it.
You can binge
exactly
them,
binge a couple episodes. We'll have maybe 2 or 3. Not 100% sure. It just depends. And then we'll try to continuously do them weekly after those are out. So just be on the lookout for that, and you'll probably already see them from wherever you're listening to. Yeah, that we have more episodes.
Just scroll down. Look, exactly. What the hell? There's more. Whoa.
Exactly. So whether you're listening on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, you'll see. Okay, and then of course there'll always be links to everything else. Hopefully, if it's possible to do that in whatever platform we post it on. But anyways, sorry for that interruption. I just wanted to plug all that really quick so people know we have plans to increase viewership, or not viewership, but like community.
Yeah, we have plans to increase podcast production right here, folks.
Yes, we plan to grow more. But anyways, back to I'm gonna take the pin out. All right, the pin's out. You can pick up where you left off.
All right. Well, I completely forgot where I left off, but
God damn, I didn't thought that was gonna happen.
I will say this: when I first got into a call with Jet,
I know where this is going.
A very interesting discussion was occurring. Like we gelled off pretty well. Like we got on pretty well. But there was he kept talking about this one movie that we should totally check out on the podcast one time.
I don't think we should.
Brokeback Mountain. This guy was just talking about Brokeback Mountain. So if you're looking for sus, that's Jet. Straight up, I enter the call and I'm just here. It's Brokeback Mountain. I'm like, what's Brokeback Mountain? And then he just goes on and on about it. He's like, it's great. It's a great little adventure. I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't think that was me. I think that was Cam or whoever else was in the call. I remember I was engaging in the conversation, but I don't think I was the one who brought it up.
I don't know, Jet. I don't know about that one. And for people who don't know, Brokeback Mountain has 2 gay guys in it, apparently, or it's a love story.
Cowboys. Gay cowboys.
Oh, gay cowboy. My bad. Yeah, cowboys, yes. Mad respects. I tip my hat if I had one. But yeah, that is how I met Jet, and ever since then we just we've been best buds. We've just been jamming,
Hell yes, and I'm glad you brought up the Twitter thing, because that kind of makes me want to say something that I think a lot of people might relate to if they have friends who they've met online, which is a very common thing nowadays. Some people act like it's weird, but it's very common. But and this has happened with us, and I think just us with any of our other friends. That's when you first meet somebody, it's very generic, almost professional messaging back and forth, like how we were DMing on Twitter. And it's so funny how it's hey Joe, what's up? We're just checking out your channel. We gotta have some games sometime. And then I was like, definitely. I saw you were in Kansas. Yeah, well, what you just said. And then now it's like, hey bitch, we on for recording tonight?
It just decays over time. The conversation just decays, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Because once you test the waters and how your flow is, it's so much easier. You can just be real and open with everybody. And it's you can look through anybody's DMs of how their friendship started, and then how it devolves, I guess. I don't want to say it evolves, it devolves.
It becomes less civil.
It's just exactly, it becomes less civil. You're more hey, dumbass, fuck you. And that's it. You just leave after that. It's not even a conversation. Just fuck you. And you're gone.
It turns into a hostile work environment.
Exactly. Hostility, but friendly.
Yes.
Kind of.
I don't know how you're putting those together, but sure.
I 2 completely different things. But I think that's funny, and I think a lot of people can kind of relate to that. All right. We are back. We took a little break, just kind of drink some water, kind of get our thoughts together. My face cam's going blurry, and that is a good way to segue into what I want to talk about next about this podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you will see that me and Echo look very different in a lot of ways.
One of us look cooler.
Yeah, you're right, because I got a red flannel on right now.
What? I'm talking about me?
No. Anyways, so as you can see, that Echo over there. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction, but he's over there.
I'm looking at you, Jet. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, what up, Echo?
Hey, how you doing?
But Echo is a VTuber. That's how he streams. He has that in some videos and things like that. So yeah, you can see that there's a big difference between us. I'm doing this with just regular face cam, nothing fancy. And he's over here with his fancy ass VTuber model. If you're listening to this and you don't see that, well, I guess this doesn't really matter to you. But Echo is a VTuber. I'm not a VTuber. So we're kind of clashing communities here. If you're a VTuber kind of follower, I know a lot of people are, and it's cool.
Jet, we're not clashing communities. We're uniting communities.
Uniting! You're
uniting one community here on this podcast. We are one.
Exactly.
All right?
Yes, you're right. You're right. VTubers and non-VTubers can coexist peacefully. No war, no hostility towards each other. Except sometimes. But anyways, for those listening who don't know what a VTuber is, I will let Echo here explain it because I'm sure he could explain it a lot more than I could. If I were to explain it, it'd probably be really, really bad. I'd probably offend a lot of VTubers.
I want to hear you just give it. Sum it up in one sentence for me right now, Jet. I'm just curious if you can get it right, folks.
One sentence to describe a VTuber?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Animated character design. Oh man, that is hard actually. No, I got better.
No, you did. You had your chance. Damn
it. No, I fumbled it.
So basically, a V2. Okay, first of all, VTubers originally, originated on YouTube. That's why it's got tuber in the name. Because it was V then tuber, and the V.
I didn't know that actually.
It originated on YouTube. Because basically the V in YouTuber stands for virtual tuber, which stands for basically virtual YouTuber, but ever since VTuber has they've just popped off, it's like everywhere. You can watch them on Twitch, you can watch them anywhere. They're not just segued to a YouTube anymore. They're a big part of the internet now. You can't, everyone knows, I shouldn't say everyone, but a majority of people have either seen a VTuber or are aware of what they are, And they're basically just they're basically a model, sometimes 3D, like myself, or sometimes 2D, look, it's Blaze and Nemo on the screen. Whoa!
Oh my God, people don't know who they are. Not everybody's watching it on video.
Well, you know what? Then maybe this will probably be edited out. All right?
No editing. We want to keep this podcast as raw and real as we are.
Yes.
We want to do everything that we do raw. Okay.
Got it. But basically, folks, a VTuber is just, real-time, motion capture. Basically you have a software open, maybe it's your webcam, or anything like that, and it captures your facial movements. Because look, I can do all this kind of cool stuff with my mouth and whatnot. Sorry for the people listening. I know you can't see me, but you can imagine a shark poking up their tongue. All right.
I don't think they can.
Yes,
that's a funny thing to imagine.
They have an imagination, Jet. All right, they can do it. But yeah, basically a VTuber is just a virtual person. There's still a real person behind the camera doing all the movements and whatnot. I am a real person. I'm not an animated character, so don't get confused. If you see me in real life, I may actually, when you see me in real life, I am an animated character. This is true. But most people are normal people. All right. So yeah, that's basically what a VTuber is. They're just someone sitting behind a screen with a camera on them, capturing movements with their body or their face. So yeah.
Yes.
That's basically the size of it. And Jet's just an ordinary human. Look at him over there. Ugh. Not animated. Chuck a filter on him. That's better.
Chuck a filter on him. Yeah, you can kind of think about it as some filters on TikTok and stuff. Or apps that are AR, augmented reality. That are what?
The dog filter, the Snapchat dog
You're
filter.
Right. Exactly, kind of like that, because obviously it applies the dog features to your face, but it also follows where your eyes are, where your nose is, where your mouth is. You move your mouth, and it moves the dog's mouth too. So you can kind of think about it. It works just like that. It's just a lot of facial tracking and I think minimal body tracking. No, I know there are some some equipment that you can put on, and it is like a full body track, right?
Yeah, I think that sways more into like VR chat stuff, because there's some VTubers who actually use VR chat when doing their model.
Yeah.
And then you've got VTubers who literally just have a PNG that pops up and down, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I've seen that, yeah.
It's funny because there's a lot of controversy with that, because people be like, do they count as VTubers? They're just an image popping up and down. And you know what I say? I say they do. You know, if someone wants to be a VTuber and they have a little image, sure, let them pop up and down. All right. Will they be able to fight me? I don't know, but I'll take them on.
I'm glad you said you think they do, because that could have gotten so controversial on the first episode. And so, we're very inclusive of everybody. We are very pro people. We encourage people to do pro people. Not everyone's pro people. We are very open to people. We accept everybody. Follow your dreams. Do what you want to do. Well, not do everything you want to do. That's something.
Don't rob a bank. Don't
rob a bank. You might really want to, but don't do it. Don't do it. If you want to do it in GTA 5 or something like that.
Go take out your frustrations in GTA 5.
Yeah, exactly. But with that VTuber stuff, I don't know too much about VTubers. I watch a couple of VTubers actually. Not including like you guys, like you and the rest of our friends. But I watch a couple VTubers, and I'm not like super, like, to me, I guess it doesn't really matter to me. I don't really consume content because it's a VTuber or not VTuber. So to me, it's just like, oh, that's just their thing. Oh, cool.
So you're telling me you don't enjoy some anime girl, with the big bangles, just like doing a thing.
I mean, I'm a man of culture. If a guy there's the boobs there, I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
VTuber or not. Exactly. But what else do you think we should tell the listeners? I almost said viewers, the listeners about this podcast. I think we should go over some podcast ideas that we have and what we plan to do. And not next episode or the one after that, but just in general. We don't know what's going to be the next episode or the one after that. We have plenty of ideas, but I think we should talk about a couple of those ideas, because I think some people might be more interested to stay.
Oh, what we do, what we doing, yeah. So,
yeah, exactly, what we plan, yeah. So what are some of your thoughts on some topics?
Well, topics is like just as we said in the intro, as I said in the intro, folks, we'll talk about lots of different things on the podcast, from a variety of things, from like just life stories, just general opinions on matters, like gaming, gaming as well, new games that come out, movies and shows, basically anything and everything goes.
This is a very nerd kind of podcast. Not just nerd, but like very nerd and I guess I don't want to say pop culture. But,
are you saying I'm a nerd?
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Continue.
But like you said, like we're very entertainment stuff, like movies, video games, TV shows, anything that's kind of like, I guess, current in like the online world. I kind of want to say, something's like trending on Twitter, something's trending on like YouTube or something like that.
Yes.
I don't know. Something like that. We're very much online people. Like if something's happening online with like a big influencer or something like that, we're
like a meme. Oh my god,
a meme.
Meme review segments. What?
Oh my god. Or like TikTok and things like that. I think I think we might have a TikTok for the podcast. I don't know. I don't know how we could do that.
Jet, it will happen. Don't worry. If the people looking at this right now, maybe the people watching right now discovered us because of that TikTok.
Oh my god, that'd actually be crazy. Because I know we plan on doing shorts for YouTube with like if there's a funny little story or something that comes up, but I never thought about TikTok, because TikTok's very sensitive.
I think it could work, Jet.
We could. We have a lot of plans for this podcast that we don't even know fully ourselves. We could branch out to a bunch of other things, and we just don't know at this moment. We have ideas, and we want to follow through with most of them.
Yeah.
But a couple topics that I kind of thought we would have at some point in this were things like
do enlighten me.
I think.
Enlighten me, Jet. Enlighten me about these topics.
I will very much enlighten you. We want to keep this podcast mostly lighthearted, for the most part, but we might delve into a couple serious issues a little bit. Tread on some thin ice.
Yes.
Walk on.
Like,
walk
is
on ice.
Joe Biden an idiot, or is he just tired?
Okay, maybe not that thin ice, but but there's some topics like one idea that I had that I think would be really fun, and I think a lot of people might be able to relate to, would actually be swapping like work stories or retail stories. As you know, I used to work retail for a long time, and I know you used to. I don't know if you still work retail or like some sort of public
used to
customer service.
But Jen, right. when you said swap retail stories, for like a split second, I thought you were going to say swap war stories, and I would have been like, "What? What war have we been fighting in?"
The war we fight inside our minds every day. The ones that define if we'll continue. I don't know what I'm going off on. No, not war stories. We can talk about that some other time. But we can swap retail stories, because I think a lot of people out there work customer service jobs, and fast food, retail, or anything where you have to talk to people, grocery stores. And I think a lot of people can relate to that and might want to hear a funny story, or because believe me, I got some hella stories about my retail experience. Like I said, I've worked there worked retail for like 7 years about.
Wow.
I'm not in retail anymore. But when I was still working there, I worked for like a full 7 years. And yeah, I got hella stories. And I remember you said you used to work retail too. So I'm sure you probably got some stories.
I have some stories, all right.
Exactly. So, I think one day we're going to do that. And we can delve into some topics of like, this is something that came up the other day. And now I'm always like, I'm listening for conversation topics that people have, because I'm like, maybe that's something people, like ordinary people would like to listen to.
Okay.
Because somebody mentioned something like tattoos in the workplace, and I go, I don't think you have any tattoos, right? No, or are you just not going to say?
Do I?
Okay, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because it's you, and knowing you, I really doubt you would have any.
Wow. Okay, I see how it is.
I mean, honestly, I think everybody would agree with me.
Man doesn't even know what he looks like, and he's always been like, no.
No, that's another thing I guess we talk about now that you brought that up. I've never actually seen Echo before in person, because like I said, he lives in Australia. I know how he looks to VTuber, but that's okay, because you know what? You don't need to know how someone looks to be friends with them, because we talk a lot. I know how Echo is personality wise, unless he's just putting on a mask and he's just faking his PG family friendly shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now everyone can pull off that evil laugh. But I don't know how he looks like, but we vibe. I know his personality for the most part. It very. Why?
No. Just imagine the most ridiculous scenario. You just say we vibe, and it's just like we're in a prison or something. And you're talking to me like on the phone, or you're listening to me through another cell. And you're just like, how you doing over there, Echo? I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. That's what I imagine. Us just in different cells. We've never seen each other, but we can hear each other.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be in person to vibe. You can just talk, and you kind of get their personality that way.
Yes.
But yeah. So what was I saying before that? God damn it! Now you made me forget what I was saying. What was I saying?
You would exactly what you were just saying.
That's not exactly what I was saying.
We were talking about you don't have to know what each other look like, to vibe.
I went into that topic from something else I now can't remember. Great. Wow. Now I forgot. Oh, tattoos in the workplace. That's what I was talking about. Because I said I didn't know how you looked like. So like I said, I don't imagine you have any tattoos. I mean, you might. I mean, a lot of people have, like, even if they're not like a big tattoo person, they might have like a small one somewhere concealable, like on their leg, or so like a lower part of their arm or something. But yeah, I heard that somewhere the other day. And luckily I don't work anywhere where you have to hide them or anything. I could if I needed to very easily, because I had to wear like dress casual clothing.
Oh, I've seen your tattoos before. I just remembered some of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I have tattoos for all you listeners out there. I have tattoos, a lot on one arm. I have one on one arm, but one arm has more than the other one, and it's very visible if you ever like see me out, or you see me on this video, and I'm holding on my arm right now. It's kind of hard to move around. Anyways, so I have tattoos, and obviously I plan to get more. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you have tattoos? You're not gonna get a job anywhere." And it's like, bruh,
what? Since when? What the hell?
Have you never heard that before?
No, I've never heard that before.
Wow. Okay, see, look at that. That's gonna be a great conversation topic because I have such like strong feelings about that. Obviously, because I have tattoos and I'm a person who like is very like tattoo.
I don't think that applies to Australia. I don't think
maybe
we care if you're going to, I mean, like unless you're like littered with tattoos, unless your entire body is just like covered in tattoos, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay.
I mean, Australia is Australia. You guys are into some freaky shit, so who knows? But you know, people here are very like some places are like you can't show them because of this or that, whatever. But a lot of places, but it's very modern.
Sounds like Japan. Japan has big rules. You're not allowed to show tattoos.
Do they really?
You have to. Yeah.
I didn't even know
when
that.
you go to a restaurant or go to a massage parlor, you have to cover them up.
Holy shit! I didn't even know that.
They refuse to serve you if you have a tattoo or something like that.
And I'm sure that goes into like maybe more of a cultural thing.
I think it's a gang thing because I think gangs in
Japan
have like tattoos.
Actually, you know, yeah, you might be right on that one.
Because I heard this story about a foreigner who came in, like he came in to like order something, and then like everyone was like giving him the eye because he had tattoos, and they thought he was in a gang because he had tattoos, and he was trying to explain to them, just like, no, this is just Legend of Zelda, and they wouldn't take him seriously.
That's so funny. I mean, that's not funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is different in different parts of the world, but here in America, it's very it's very weird how people their thoughts on tattoos because it's a very normal thing nowadays, very modern that people have tattoos. I think it's more likely you'll probably run into somebody on the street who has them, and they don't have to look like some like rough person or like some gang member. They don't have to look a certain way. Because where I work at is an office building, and it's a very corporate office type of job. And everyone there's like dresses professionally and all this and that, talks professionally, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of the people there have tattoos. It's very normal. And luckily I work in a place that is not anti-tattoos or anything like that. They don't ask you to cover them, anything like that. And so that's good for me and a lot of other people. But it's very weird that some places have that as a policy because I think nowadays it just does not make sense. It's a very old school, old time. It's a very dated policy, in my opinion. Like, that should not be a thing anymore.
I'm inclined to agree with you on that one, Jet.
Yeah, but we can get into that way more in like an actual episode where that is the topic.
Yes.
So that's just another topic that I had on my mind. That, and I have a whole bunch more on my phone. Like I said, whenever there's like a conversation I hear somewhere or somebody asks me my opinion on something, I'm like, oh, this could be a great podcast topic.
Write that down.
Write that down. Yeah, exactly. So now it's like every time someone brings up something that starts a good conversation, I'm very like inclined to just write it down on my phone.
You just whip out the notepad and you're taking notes. And they're like, what are you doing? Just like, oh, hang on. Say it again. What are you doing? Yeah, perfect. And then
I like how you say notepad.
Yeah, I imagine you as like having a little notepad. You're like one of those parking inspectors.
Notepad.
People are gonna be sitting in the car. You like walk up to them and they'll be like, "I want to hear your topic. Give me a topic. You're not allowed to leave."
I just take out a notepad and like a pen out of my jacket pocket or something instead of using my notepad on my phone.
I'm gonna tow your car. You better tell me a topic.
I mean, I don't. That's a very colorful way of thinking how that would go down. But so that's how I'm kind of keeping up with the podcast now. I'm like everything to me is now podcast. Oh, good idea. So that's how life is for me right now. I'm thinking a lot about this podcast because I have a lot of dreams for this podcast, a lot of hopes for this podcast. As I'm sure you do.
Anyway, Jet, maybe it's time to tell the viewers where they can check us out and stuff like that. You feel me right now?
I do feel you right now. I think we are getting to a good point to kind of end this podcast. This first episode of the podcast. I think it went really well. I'm happy with this.
I'm way happier than the last time we tried it. That's right, folks. This is the second attempt.
I would not say this is the second attempt. The first wasn't even an attempt. It was a test recording. And it was like 10 minutes long so we kind of test audio and stuff like that.
Just trying to give us credit, but I'd say
I wouldn't say that one was that was definitely not a first attempt. This was the first attempt, and we surprisingly went through it with very minimal issues. Of course, we haven't gotten to the editing part of this yet.
God
so we'll
us.
wait and see there. Yeah, God help us. But otherwise, I think this has gone pretty good. I hope everyone listening has enjoyed this podcast. We're just going to give our socials and kind of just end this now. And like I said, by the time this episode comes out, hopefully we will have another, maybe 1 or 2 episodes already out, so you can
there will be
those.
Just look right now.
Yes, there will be.
Them. Go check them
Absolutely.
out. Yet this is out of the question. There's going to be more.
There is going to be more. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. How many more is the real question, but there will be more.
Oh my God. Is that 4 episodes I see right now?
Oh my God.
All with unique titles? Oh my God, look at that one. Look at episode 3. Okay, episode 3 looks pretty good if you ask me. What does that mean, Jet? What is that in the description of episode 3?
Oh, great. I don't want to say what it is. Who knows? It's so funny because it's like you're seeing into the future, but we're not there yet. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, like we didn't even have a jingle. Like I'm excited just to hear the jingle in the opening, but we didn't it's there now, but we didn't know what it was.
It will most likely be there. We don't 100% know yet. Who knows? Who knows? You know what? No, screw it. It'll be there. It'll be there.
It'll be there. Come on.
It'll be there. Of course, absolutely. And that artwork for this podcast, wow, chef's kiss, amazing.
Oh yeah, mwah. Love it.
That we still don't have at this current moment. But when it comes out, it'll be there.
It's there now. You can see it now.
Right, exactly.
We're just talking past past
tense.
Past tense. That's the word.
Past tense. Yeah, exactly. So, guys, thank you for joining us for this podcast. Check out the next episodes. Like I said, there already should be out. So there you go. Check out episode 2, episode 3. Those will actually be topic focused instead of us just kind of talking about ourselves. Yes. So those will actually be more focused on the actual topics that we want to talk about.
Less randomness.
I wish I could say what the next topic would be for the next episode, but you can see it right there. It's listed right there. Oh, wow, that's such a cool topic.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. It intrigues me. I would watch. I would listen to that.
I would listen to that too.
I would listen to that if you're watching this on a listening platform, or I would watch that if you're watching this on YouTube.
Look at that thumbnail.
Look at that. Yeah. But
pretty cringe.
Okay, guys, if you want to keep up with us, you can follow the podcast on Twitter at Cosmic Wave Pod. I'm gonna have to get so used to saying that. I had to stop and think about it for a second. Yes, Twitter at Cosmic Wave Pod. You can. I wish I could say there's a hashtag you could use to tweet at us, but we don't have.
We're not at there yet. Wait for season 2, Jack.
We're not there yet.
Ahead of the game. Ahead of the
we'll come up with a hashtag. Nah, you know what? Hashtag Cosmic Wave. Cosmic Wave. If you want to say your thoughts on anything in this video, it's hashtag Cosmic Wave. Boom. See, that was great. Yeah, I just came up with that. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Hell yeah. So anyways, you can tweet at us there. Go make sure you follow that. If you want to follow
hashtag Cosmic. It should just be hashtag Cosmic. Like the guy said Cosmic.
I feel like that could be a bunch of other things.
Okay,
Who knows? Maybe we just got to research this.
You're right. Never mind. Hashtag Cosmic Wave. Yeah, let's go. Let's roll that.
So if you want to find me, you can find me over on YouTube at Jet Addict. No space. It's just JETADDICT. Same thing for Twitter, except there is a what's it called? Underscore. It's Jet JET underscore Addict ADDICT over there on Twitter. And you can find Echo. I'll let you take it away because I'm going to mess it up.
You can find me by just searching Echo Force Gaming on YouTube or Twitter. Do not get confused by if it's spelled slightly different. So there's a magic 1 somewhere in there. It is me. You'll be able to tell. Trust me. But look, other socials on the screen as well. Look, people listening. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. We got it all. We got the whole works. Go check us out.
Probably, we probably have it all. We don't 100%. You can tell that Echo is the one who's very video focused, and I'm the one who's more audio focused.
Yes.
So that's kind of where we're gonna split the work on this podcast. He's gonna be more of the video visuals. I mean, more of the audio stuff. So. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I don't think we're leaving anything out. I think we got all of our socials in. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of the Cosmic Wave podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Echo, do you have any last words?
Subscribe and follow for more epic cosmic waves like this.
There you go. I completely forgot to say subscribe and follow. Wherever you're listening to, subscribe and or follow.
I said that.
I was just repeating it so people will get it stuck in their head.
All right, well, I'm going to repeat it again. Follow and subscribe. Also like and comment if you wish.
Yes. What he said. I've been Jet. This has been Echo. That's been the podcast.
I've been Jet.
I've been Jet. This has been Echo. This has been the Cosmic Wave Podcast. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.